To the left of Belcher Beach, the winter edition, we have in the red color our talent player for Team MVP. He was not able to stop the baiting attack.
MVP King.
He died to NesTea's rush, and well, in Toon Valley it proved to be a very difficult map for him to play. Now we are on Belcher Beach, and at the bottom right we have his opponent once again. Third player in the blue, starting for Incredible Miracle.
Yep. I am NesTea.
Probably going to be going hatch first, even though it's a two-player map. He's going to be expecting perhaps some aggression from Keen. This is a map where a lot of people do 2 racks because it's 2-player, and Terrans have struggled in the mid to late game on this map, so Keen, however, is not going to be doing that. He's going to be doing a very regular Hellion expand, getting his gas right on time, and there's the hatchery for NesTea.
One strategy that is really popular on this map in this matchup is also Roach Baiting, because it's just a huge ramp that you have to defend, which is not going to be easy. So NesTea might try to end this game earlier as well.
Yeah, can very well work that way. I don't think Keen will expect that 2 games in a row, so I don't think that's what we're going to see since we see pool before gas for NesTea though. He can still do it though. I just do not think that'll be the case. Gas now going down for NesTea, so he's not going to be going super fast third base.
Scouting for King, getting Move-On SUV into his opponent's main base. Sees the gas, sees the pool, knows what's going on, knows about the expansion, just getting a little bit of early scouting so that he at least has an idea of which direction NesTea is going to choose to. The win ratio for NesTea when winning the first set is 76%.
Yeah, his odds are looking pretty good.
I really like all those statistics that we get by GOM. I really love it.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Factory going down for Keen. We all knew that was the next step in his build. Next will be a reactor on the barracks. He is Korean after all. And you see the Marine poised to stop any more scouts as he makes his command center.
The most interesting thing right now is going to be if NesTea is pulling drones as soon as he reaches the 100 minerals, the 100 gas for the metabolic boost, or if he keeps his drones on gas. And he's about to hit 100.
Well, he can't. He can't. He's gonna maybe put them back in now that the SCV is gone, because he couldn't really show that at that point. Oh, the SCV was there, but yeah, he's gonna keep them out, not put them back in.
Still has 1 mining, the 2 queens pop, and here comes at least 1 spine crawler in order to deal with the Hellion pressure.
Keen is completing his switch on his barracks. He's gonna start Hellion production now. Very common spine coming out for NesTea. Should be able to deal with this pretty easily. The question here is going to be what type of composition for layer tech does NesTea go for? I think that's going to really define how this game is played. And I think mutas are a pretty good choice, but Belcher Beach isn't the best map for mutas.
No, there are definitely better maps, but you can use them on Belcher Beach nonetheless. But Infestor Tag is also a very valid option, especially because with the third base you have to move out of the hard ground area. So that's something where the Infestors are very, very strong. You can flank your opponent if a couple of good fungals hit the bio army. And well, NesTea is just throwing it up now, playing more of a macro game. So more his style. We have the 2 queens at the front in addition to the Zerglings and the Spore Crawler, Spine Crawler, so that he can attack the Hellions as soon as they appear.
Yeah, I think NesTea is going to take a third very soon. He's making a macro hatchery first. And I would be very surprised if he didn't take a third base very soon. He's actually making more spines just to be extra safe.
I actually don't think he's going to take a third before he starts or completes his attack. He needs to be a little bit more careful about that. The third is quite exposed and whoa, the Hellions trying to go for it.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a weird choice.
Yeah, not the best idea that he had to take.
Less common than usual. Maybe you're right. He still has not taken any additional gases. Now he's doing it. Okay, so we'll probably see the layer start. He takes 2 additional gases, and possibly will take his 4th. That is natural. Well, no one wants that. Just need a 4th already.
He has the gas already for his... oh, he's going for the Bane Nest. He can start his tech as well, if need be.
There's the layer tech. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. He's safe against everything that's going to happen right now. The one thing that's what he could improve on is spreading his creep between the second base and the main base. That's the one thing, especially with all the queens that he has, he could certainly spare the 25 energy.
The Hellions are going to try to scout up here, but NesTea has a really nice wall.
Beautiful
SimCity. They're not going to get through.
A beautiful SimCity for NesTea. In total, he has a harvester count of 50 against 35, by the way. Now we already have the Baneling nest finishing. He's getting a couple of Banelings on the high ground, just in case he has to deal with any incoming shenanigans, some kind of huge amount of Hellions, a Marine follow-up, whatever. He's ready. He's so ready. Getting the +1 armor upgrade. Both are roughly the same supply, and Keen is just playing it pretty safe now. He is assembling an army in his main base. He's going for all the upgrades that you need in order to attack. We have him with combat shield now, and well, I have to say that NesTea is looking pretty strong. When he finished Lair, which just happened, he's probably going to push out, and then he will take a third base. He's building the Spire now, going for the Spire tech after all. And already spreading his creep to the low ground. Well done.
Yeah, he's playing super safe. I expected him to take a faster third, even though it's Belshir. I thought he was going to try to play that style up. It's so rare, but NesTea is so good at defending against types of pushes that I thought he would just go for it, but he's not. I mean, he's just super two-base playing here on Belshir. When that Spire is finished, he'll easily be able to take the third.
Yeah, definitely. Nice control, by the way, by Keen. I really like that he was able to save all those Hellions. He was definitely paying attention to the map. The Microlus a little bit to the low ground now. He can certainly do it. Tries to force back his opponent's Hellions so that he can start spreading his creep a little bit further to the third base.
Thinking right now, NesTea's angle of attack, how many mutas will he make? He's got about enough gas to make 6, maybe 7 when the Spire finishes. And if he makes those though, this push that's coming out for Keen is going to be really tough to hold. He's actually going to go for a huge counterattack. This is going to be a little bit weird.
7 Mutalisks are being built, and how many Banelings do we have for NesTea? We have 11 Banelings and 53 Zerglings.
And a few of those Banelings are way out of position as well. These Spine's not going to be very good against siege tanks.
He's going for a counterattack. He's trying to bust Wolf. He's busting up the map, and this might work. Those supply depots will die, and then he is in with a lot of Zerglings. This could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Family Speed is done. He breaks in. That's a lot of Zerglings.
Supply blocked as well.
And I don't know, Keen is going to try to push the natural now, but NesTea has been massing up a pretty large force there, so we should be able to actually defend this. A lot of SCVs going down.
14 in total already. 16 SCVs have died, and now Keen is pushing in. The Mutalisks and the Zerglings are ready. Here they go. The Banelings still uncontested. No focus fire, and he loses the Banelings to the tanks. This would not have happened.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. Everything was going perfectly until the last second there. Now he's going to clean it up anyways, but it could have been a lot better. And NesTea takes a pretty huge lead here. The worker count 55 drones to 41 SCVs.
Takes down the tank, takes down all of the Marines of his opponent. Job well done. Even the Hellions are easy victim for the Mutalisk and Zergling composition. And now there should be a third base being built for NesTea very in the near future, very soon.
Yeah, very soon. His creep is now starting to spread a little bit as well. Oh, things looking so good. NesTea at this point. Keen, on the other hand, he's about 30 supply down. He's not out of this game. He still has a solid worker count. He just does not have the oomph that he really needs to move out on the map and take a third base. He's got a third command center he's using right now. He won't be able to saturate that for a while.
More Mutalisks are being built. He's going for the attack upgrade as well. 30 supply ahead. NesTea taking the third right now. And he is looking really, really good now. He has the lead, and he crushed his opponent's defenses. He took down a lot of the SCVs, 17 in total. And, well, Keen once again on the back foot.
It looks like he's going to force a few stims here. The medevacs are not out. His reactor is on the way for his starport, but until then, each stim is a little bit painful.
Yeah, indeed it is.
NesTea wants to attack again. I think what he wants to do here, in my opinion, is hit Keen so hard with these mutas that Keen just goes, all right, I got to push. I got to do something. I don't have a third yet. And when he pushes out, NesTea will backstab him again. I don't think he's going to push with his mutas. I don't think he's going to do a big attack like that. He's only going to do a backstab attack. With the amount of Zerglings he has out there, he can very easily pull it off just like last time.
Indeed he will, and the Mutalisk once again trying to be a little bit annoying and taking down one of those turrets. He is just trying to be a nuisance, and he's doing a really great job. He's attacking left, right, bottom, center, and the Mutalisks are everywhere, trying to pick off a Marine, trying to pick off a tank, maybe a turret, whatever there is. And at the same time he's expanding, the third phase is ready, he's now droning it up once again, increasing his Mutalisk count, getting all these upgrades. And it's just a great position for him to be in, and it's pretty hard for Keen to take a third base.
See, now Keen's like, alright, I really got to push out and take a third. I can't wait any longer. And that's going to be the moment where he shows a little weakness, and NesTea might go for that backstab attack. Oh wow, he's going to kill a lot of SCVs here. There's no more turrets to contest him. This is the reason why. Yeah, this is the reason why this map isn't the best for mutas. There's a lot of. It's a scary to try to go into that back corner. So.
You can't get trapped in the main base and suddenly there's no way to run because there's not a lot of that space, at least to the left side of the map, only at the top left. But, well, Keen is just trying to hold to stay in the game, but NesTea is 30 supply ahead once again. He is getting more and more upgrades, even the armor upgrade now for his Mutalisk, gaining him once again, taking on the turrets of his opponent, doing a really, really good job. He's teching, is going for the infestation pit, and this is just looking so good for NesTea, even taking a 4th and a 5th base at the same time.
Yeah, he's got really nice control now. The Zergling is never really able to get that backstab in because Keen has spread his forces, but he's spread them so carefully, there's no real weak point. But the problem is he just, even though he's spreading his forces nicely defensively, he has no offensive power right now. NesTea, like you said, is taking 2 additional bases. His infestation pit's finishing up here. He's going to start Hive Tech. He's going to have 1-1 for his air, which, by the way, is damaging this command center quite heavily.
Another stim being forced, and there's finally a little bit of a drop play going on. He wants to be more aggressive, but look at all those stims that have been used by Keen. He just does not have the medivac count in order to compensate for the hit points that he loses.
Yeah, look at all those Banelings with the mutas, Kaldor. I think he may just go for a huge attack on the third base. This drop, it's been spotted. Will he respond, though? It doesn't look like he's responding. Actually, yes, he's sending some Zerglings back now. He's actually sending everything back. Yeah. Bit of an
+2 attack for the melee units as well as +2 attack for the fly units is now being researched, and everything has been taken down. Not a lot of damage being done by Keen's drop. He did not accomplish anything at all. Hive Tech started, and Pathogen Glance is halfway done. Another drop is already being repelled by the sheer sight of all these Zerglings and Banelings, and of course also the few Spine Crawlers that he had. Busting in once again and taking down supply depots.
He's going to come in here and damage some of these reinforcing units, but the upgrade's just too good for Keen. I feel like Keen is starting to get a little bit of map presence now in Kaldor. He's actually got a really nice defense set up for his third base, and he's slowly but surely taking out creep and moving towards his opponent a little bit.
I like that he is still trying to get those upgrades. He's already on 1-1 and getting +2/+2. So this will help him quite a lot in the long run. And he has a major attack. No bundles just yet. Keen with a decent stutter step. No army split so far. Most of the tanks are gone though. And Keen is down in supply to 130. While NesTea is now going in for the killing move using his Mutalisk as well. And attacking the third. More and more stims have to be used by Keen.
Wow. All these SCVs are going to go down. Kaldor, there's nowhere to run. Either Banelings or mutas, one of the two. Oh, no splitting by Keen. He's just got stimmed too many times, doesn't have a lot of hit points anyways. And NesTea trading really well at this point.
31 additional Banelings are now being morphed, going for Adrenal Glance. +2 attack for the Mutalisk is going to be ready in a few seconds. 37 SCVs against 73 drones. This is just insane, and Keen not in the position where he can take on this thing.
Yeah, with good splitting, I feel like Keen actually could have really benefited a lot from that attack if he had just held on a little bit stronger, but he did not. And this is kind of what I was talking about with NesTea's mid to late game. It seems a little bit shaky. Keen was approaching max, he was in a good position, he was starting to take some of the map away from NesTea, but then he botched his control there, stimming back, started step microing too much, not splitting enough, and NesTea just took the game back into his hands.
NesTea is on 5 bases, so you can afford to trade armies.
Absolutely.
Keen cannot. We have all these upgrades that we've been talking about. Adrenal Glance plus 3 attack is now on news as well. And it's just a beautiful position to be in. It's a good day to be a Zerg player on Belcher Beach today.
Yeah,
even the Greater Spire now being researched. He's going for every single tech available.
Indeed. And the Adrenal Glance almost done. I think he's actually waiting for those. Well, actually, he will wait no longer. NesTea charging in. Some Infestors in the mix. Fungals going off. Keen falling apart at the seams. Looks like he's going to go for these SCVs rather than continue the attack. A little bit of indecisiveness with his Banelings. I think a little bit maybe an understatement with how many Banelings he lost there for no reason, but it looks at things, I think that's a pretty good trade. The worker count for Keen now down to 14.
Yeah, he's going to start the Terran player. There's no way that Keen gets the economy that he needs in order to come back into this game. He's already down to 80 supply. Another beautiful fungal hits the army. The Zerglings going in, +2/+2 upgraded. For now, just retreating a bit. He's getting 34 additional Zerglings. He's getting Corruptors as well. We'll go for the Broodlord tech very, very soon. The Greater Spire is done now. And, well, what is Keen going to do? He can't even attack into the expansion because there are too many Spine Crawlers. As soon as the Zerglings join the battle, there's no way that he is going to take down this expansion. And there they are. Actually running by, not even trying to take him.
Yeah, he had him rallied, unfortunately, for NesTea, but the Spine's buying enough time. I think he should be able to save the space.
Small attack at the main base, but well, he's completely abandoning the bottom left base.
Yeah, NesTea, as far as supply goes, he's 100 ahead, but 60 of that is in workers, and he still has a standing army. It's not strong, it's not huge, but it exists, and NesTea needs to get some here. He's got these Broodlords out on the map, but he's got no support for him, so he's going to have to be really careful.
Throwing away this expansion is something that I don't agree with, especially because he only had to send over like 10 Zerglings. That would have been enough in addition to the Spine Crawlers. But a beautiful Fungals going off for NesTea now, and those Broodlords, they are going to town. There's just no anti-air.
No support for these Broods though, Caldor. Okay, just a few Zerglings again there just in time to prevent that stim and run under. Now the Infestors are here, and it looks like NesTea has sealed the deal.
Yeah, he certainly has. 175 supply against 66. The third base gone. Keen now back on 1 mining base, and the mineral patches at the natural expansion are nearly gone. So I don't think that Keen has another chance. But maybe if he's able to take down this base of NesTea, but no, the Fungals are spot on. And there are way too many Infestors. He can just fungal those Marines to death.
Yeah, the Marines have nowhere to run. They're all very low on hit points at this point. The Broodlords are going to corner Keen now. NesTea with now triple the supply. The Broodlord count now up to 9.
He's tripling the size, the overall size of the army of 64 against 190.
Keen does have a drop here. He's abusing the fact that NesTea's army is slightly immobile. These Zerglings aren't going to be enough, and even these Banelings might not be, depending on how Keen micros this. Well, if he doesn't, then that's how so that goes.
He doesn't migrate at all. That's how he micros this. At the same time, we have more Zerglings running in and taking on the mules that have been called down at the new established third base. More Marines are just trying to roam the map and poking everywhere, guerrilla style, but this is not going to happen.
Yeah, there's just too many Infestors here. Banelings going off. One more Fungal will do it. GG. NesTea
takes it 2-0.
Remains in Codes, as everyone expected. Making Keen look a little bit shaky at parts of those games. Keen, through the mid-game, was starting to look like he was about to grasp onto something. He was getting a foothold, but unfortunately NesTea just had that really good engagement where Keen did not split his Marines well enough. And from then on, he just took control of the game, and the game ended as a result. NesTea had too much momentum to fail. He had too many bases. He still had control of the map. That third base for Keen was destroyed, or it was either the base was destroyed or the SVs were destroyed way too many times. The economy for NesTea was out of control. He just kept trading and trading.
Yeah,
He was
Keen-
like that kid on the playground who ripped his opponent off with his trades, his trading cards. So I'll give you this pebble if you give me a holographic Charizard. And for some reason, the little kid says, "Well, I don't know. This 5th grader has offered me a pebble. That pebble must mean something. Maybe I should." No, it was not a good trade.
You had a weird childhood.
And this is not my childhood, all right?
Yeah,
but-
sure. It's a friend's childhood, I know. A good friend of mine told me this story, and can you give me some advice? Him.
I can tell you, man. I did all sorts of mean things with Pokemon. I remember when all these kids got the new like red version or whatever after I had the blue version.
It's
I
like
was
you want me to make fun of you.
What I did was I was like, hey, I have a level 30 Pokemon. Let's trade. And I like took their starter Pokemon and traded them like a level 30 like Pidgeotto or something or Pidgeot, and then like it wouldn't even listen to them because it was too high of a level. That's what I did. And I was like, now I have all the starter Pokemon on this account. Like
I have a feeling that I have to stop him, but it's just too funny.
Well, it doesn't matter because that person could just start a new game anyways. But they're little kids. They don't know.
You're
They're like,
missing
why
the
isn't my
point."
Pokemon listening?
Do you want to shuffle?
What?
Do you want to shuffle?
Shuffle some cards?
No, to dig your grave a little bit deeper and a little bit faster. Okay, our Pokemon player and I we're going to take a quick break because we have a break before we head into our last match of the day, which is going to be
It's going to be Nada against Maru.
Indeed, so see you in a few. This is the GSL Koday with Calden Wolf.